What's going on? Welcome to By Any Means Necessary. I am joined by my sister T, half owner of JT's Bar and Grill here in right over town, Newport News on Washington Avenue. I have been trying to set this interview up with her for like 2 years now.
Easily.
She's been ducking, she's been dodging, but we are here today and I'm so excited.
Me too.
So welcome to BAMN. Hey girl.
Thank you. Hey girl.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of you. We are in JT's right now. If you haven't come, you are definitely missing out. We're going to get into where to come and all the different events you guys have here, because it's not just a restaurant that does brunch, lunch, and dinner. They have events here. They have little mixers, so you can get to know people in your community, get to know the owners, and have a good time with your friends. So, before we get into that, welcome. For all who don't know, can you tell them a little bit about yourself?
Well, I am Tianshe Vick, tea, sweet tea, hot tea, depending on when you catch it. And for most of my career, I've been a real estate agent in the Hampton Roads, known as the Real Estate Diva.
Yes, ma'am.
But I have retired that just for a little bit to open this fabulous restaurant, JT's Bar and Grill. And it started a journey for us about 2 years ago. And I wish it was something profound on why we started it, but I was just hungry.
I like food.
I like food.
That would be why I would open a restaurant.
Right.
I like to eat.
I like to eat. And I live in a neighborhood that doesn't have many full service restaurants. So I figured if I was hungry, somebody else was hungry too. And my business partner, John, and I were literally riding around hungry because he lives a block away from me. And we ran across this beautiful location. I went that day and did an LLC. And
that same day. So you saw a need, instead of complaining about it, you decided to do something about it and quit.
Exactly. I went to Barnes & Noble after I did the LLC and got a Restaurant for Dummies book, and here we are.
Oh my God. That's so you. And I want to pull out something you said that's very profound. As you know, I love film, and one of the people that I've always looked up to is Debbie Allen.
Yes.
Debbie Allen came across, I think it was, it might have been like a Black Girls Rock thing, but a filmmaker, a young Black girl filmmaker, was getting an award for a film that she did. And when Debbie Allen presented the award to her, she was saying how the girl didn't come to Debbie Allen asking for a handout. She didn't come to Debbie Allen asking her how she did what she did. Right. She didn't come looking for lessons. That girl went to a library every day, read up on how to make films, read up on how to write a script, and now she has a film that Debbie Allen produced based off of the work she put in.
And that's all it takes. I get those calls and questions, especially now that we're open. But even before now, even with my real estate career, I got calls all the time. How do you do this? How can I do it?
I did.
You have to do the work. There's no podcast you can listen to.
Right.
You have to put in action.
And we're in a microwave society, and that's what I say about social media. Social media is so, for lack of a better word right now, dangerous, because all you see a lot of times is the fruit of somebody's labor. They see you opening up a restaurant, they see your big smile, they see people supporting you, and they're like, well, I want that too.
Exactly.
And I want to do that too, so I want to get the fast track. I don't want to have to stay up all night and read and write and make these phone calls, but that's what you did. You put work in your name did not mean anything.
No, it was nothing but a hinder, actually.
Really?
Absolutely. It was the worst because people, every time I go somewhere, whether it be a business office, a doctor's appointment, I don't know if people hate Vicks or love them.
Wow.
So in this case, because of who I am and because particularly who my mother is, it made it even more difficult, because when you are a person that doesn't play nice in politics and you have this crazy idea that all people should be treated fairly, the establishment doesn't like you quite as much, so it made it even more difficult. If I was someone else's daughter, this restaurant probably would have been open in 6 months opposed to 2 years.
And I remember talking to you 2 years ago when you were starting everything, and all the contracting issues you had and the paperwork and things, and the fact that you kept going.
Yeah.
Where did I know what you're going to say? How did that come about? Where did that get instilled in you to not give up and to keep pushing forward?
Well, it's a combination of things. Having girlfriends like you, and
I was checking like, are you okay?
What's going on? And a lot of it you're born with. I always talk when I talk to young girls. I always tell them that I never play with dolls or anything. I always play with briefcases. So a lot of things, as a businesswoman, you're just it's ingrained in you.
And let me pause there. Don't forget what you're going to say, but that's you dropping gems. I think that's important too. I feel like your baseline personality you are born with, right? So I feel like I can't just one day decide that I want to be a lawyer. Like me personally, I feel like they tell you you can be whatever you want to be. I feel like you should definitely have confidence in yourself that you can achieve what your level should be.
Yes.
But I'm not going to tell my clumsy child that she should be a stunt person.
Right.
It's just not what it is.
It's not.
I know my strengths and I know. So I feel like you were born to do this. You were born with that mindset and you wanted to play with briefcases over dolls. Was just your personality that was already embedded in you coming out as a young girl. So I think it's important for parents to look at their children, and we all have aspirations for our kids.
Right.
We want them to do great things, and sometimes we can put our hopes and dreams on them and want them to be what we want them to be. But it's what they are going to be is already there. Pay attention to the things they like.
Yes, I have the
about.
funniest story just about my youngest son, Tyson, and you know, he's very just tough.
Yeah, all boy.
And teachers come like, you know, can you get him to some? And I can't. It's him because I named him Tyson because in the womb, if I drank something too cold or if I laid on the side that he didn't like, he would. I could see his fist through my belly.
Oh my God!
So he was a
and
fighter.
That personality is still here. So all you can do is teach him
you
to
kind of go with
the
it, and I do
environment.
respect the environment, but you gotta go with it a little bit because you can't change who they are. So my mother, who was a lot nicer than I am, but I am very headstrong, and I tell her all the time I don't know how she did it, but she did with still making me respect her, but not shrinking my confidence and my opinions and all of that at the same time.
You guys' relationship. You guys always support each other and post each other in a way that is very uplifting and very empowering. And I can tell that you guys, a lot of times as women, Black women, we might have not had the best communication with our mothers. So with our children, we're like, oh, we're going to be my daughter's best friend, and I'm my daughter's mother.
Yes.
There's no
in between. She and I are best friends now at 34.
But you can tell she raised you as a mother. That's
and
different.
then even now, I'll get a what? You know, like, and that's it. But and I credit her so much with me persevering because anytime I am down, I call her. And she says the same thing to me. Do you know who you are? You are a Black woman. You are a Black woman. Think about that. Our ancestors walked from Mississippi to Rhode Island. And you're telling me this is hard? They gave our ancestors the intestines of a pig as our dinner. And now it's sold as a delicacy all over the world. You know, do you know who you are? She says all the time. And so when you think about that,
that's in your genetic makeup. They went through this. But why? Of course, like our problems are what they are, and we can only feel what we experience. So I don't like when people say, "Well, you don't know what somebody else is going through." I know what I'm going through.
I just know me.
Yes,
I know what I'm choosing to keep moving and keep going.
But you got to keep going. It's people watching you. You do.
Yes.
You haven't even gotten to the girls' camp that you help out with. So you have that as well. You have sons, which is a whole another deal. On top
and just
of running
every day, you know,
life.
Little girls that come in here for a to-go meal, you know, when their mamas tell them that I'm the owner, they see something different. And
their eyes light up.
Yes, and that a lot of little things kept showing me why this was the right move. Even in my past work, I used to have to get a lot of money. You know, my organization got the organization I work with. We got a lot of funds for homes, and most of the homes benefited families that looked like me. But the money never came from people that looked like me. So I would sit out there and I would say, one day a little girl is going to see a girl the same color as she is giving the checks, not just always receiving.
And even no matter how far we've come, because I remember like early 90s, early 2000s, like we did not see us at the table.
No.
Things are changing, but we have so far to still go. Something like what Tyler Perry did, it's like mind-blowing.
We need to give up the table. We just got to go build our own table.
Exactly. That's what you have to do, and that's what you've done. That's what you've done here. Because you could have went to a restaurant. You like food. You could have went and worked at a restaurant, been a general manager at a restaurant.
Oh, no, I couldn't have. I tried that. They wouldn't hire me. I tried to be a waitress.
Talk about that. This is but
6 restaurants in Newport News.
In preparation to open this place?
Yes. They wouldn't hire me.
You? Get out of here.
No. They did
overqualified?
This. And it's over.
6 people.
6 restaurants.
Do you still go to the restaurant?
Absolutely.
Really? What did they say? What were the reasons? You think it was your
None.
name?
They don't have to give me. They don't have to give reasons.
Yeah, Virginia's a right to work state.
Yeah, it's no
So
reason.
after all that, getting turned down, contractors flaking, whatever, what kept you going?
It just had to be done.
When you know something is what it is.
Because even though there was a lot of bad, it was a lot that was aligned.
Encouraging.
And I kept asking God, if you make this and this happen, that'll show me that this is the right way.
Yeah.
And He would make this and this
All
happen.
right, well, I'm going to keep going.
So then I would go to the next phase and go to the next phase. And it's all in stages, So it's little things that kept me going. I just remember with financing, it's already hard financing restaurants. It's a risky business.
Yeah.
But I made great money before this. I had great credit. I was a credit counselor for 13 years, so I know great credit, income, job stability, all of this stuff. And when you go to get a business loan, they just look at you.
It doesn't matter.
And that's why I just tell people all the time, credit matters in the regular world, but for Black, cash is what matters. And my another real estate diva friend of mine, Cynthia, said today that cash is king, but cash flow is queen. So you need to get any way to get your cash flow,
right?
Because they don't care about our credit. When you walk in those
it doesn't
banks.
matter. They want to know that they're going to be able to get their money back that they put into.
Oh, I don't think they want to give it to you because this is freedom. And people don't want that. See,
in 2019,
April,
still facing the same issues.
So in February, when I started, I was about to buy another house just with my job that I had. Qualified for $480,000, no problem. The house that I wanted done. But I couldn't get a $100,000 business loan.
So how did you get it? A different bank? Kept going?
Kept going.
The business plan?
Redid everything.
How many times did you have to do your business plan over?
Business plan was solid.
Okay.
Business plan was solid, and that's the problem. That's why there's power, and what we have to do as community is just creating our own funding sources.
Yeah.
Because
so that sounds like the first step that we would need to push. Hoach.
Yes.
So
very
we
well.
talked about community capitalism all the time.
That's the only way.
Listening to this, I'm thinking by any means necessary is here to empower, educate, and entertain. So how do we empower and how do we educate people who are looking to open their own businesses?
Right.
What can they do? Because you had all those things plus for you. Most people don't have all these things for them.
It's very simple. Well, not very simple, but this is what you got to do. The business plan was solid, which you have to have it pretty solid, but
Did you write it or did you hire somebody to write it?
I wrote it. Because in every bank that I went to, they would read it and they read it. Oh my gosh, we see the passion coming out the pages. Look at the numbers. This is a area median income of 40 to 60,000 a year over here, which is what you want to look for in restaurants because people have money to spend.
Good to know.
The daytime population is about 60,000 people, so you want to look at that. There's a lot of traffic in here, so it's all there. But the last page is the profit.
But it's not open yet.
But they see the potential of the profit, and I don't know if they want me with the profit.
Really?
Yeah.
There's no type of discrimination. You know what I mean? I know they have business lawyers.
Yeah.
Is there not a legitimate argument for discrimination when it comes to?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But when you're a person like me, who
do I
is
spend more
a
time
mother
doing that, or do I exactly?
and a business,
And they know that.
They know that. They know that.
It's so.
So when I do retire, that is.
I'm just gonna be a lawyer.
Oh, they better pray.
For a loan.
They better pray that
Is that a plan?
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, because I gotta do something for the future ladies and men that want to do something. But the simple thing is, after the 9th denial, and then I went to a business development office.
Don't just go over that number
the ninth
denial.
Bank denial
From a confident person who knew the purpose, who knew what the plan was, still got turned down 9 times.
9 times. And I went to try to get other funding sources, because every place has, they claim they have money for small business and all of that. And
they have free classes you take, and if you finish the class, you get a grant.
Something. And so I called that person to, try to inquire. And she says, why do you want to work so hard? Why don't you keep your good job?
So when I saw you post that, I had no idea that this came from a person that was supposed to be giving you money. This is a business entity, an employee there told you that.
A black one at that.
And still, it's like, no, thank you. Okay, well, I'm just
So they tore it. They spent about an hour.
That's crazy.
Two people spent about an hour
Trying to
just
talk you
tearing
down.
down the business. So I went into my car.
Were you there alone? Were you there alone?
Yes. So I went into my car and I cried for the first time.
Get it out.
I just got it out. And then my spirit just said, your ancestors went north. So I called a lender in Maryland and was qualified in 20 minutes.
Are you serious? So it's Virginia, which makes
They
sense.
say in New York, if
Which
you make
makes
it
sense, which
there,
makes
you can make
sense.
it anywhere. But when you're black,
It's
it's
here,
Virginia.
or Florida, or Georgia. I can imagine Virginia down.
Yeah.
It's probably hard. Which
But I
we
grew
went
up
to a
in New
bank and
Orleans.
tried the same thing.
Yeah, and I didn't feel it in New Orleans as much because I think New Orleans is just one big party kind of
Yeah,
thing. And then
yeah.
I didn't have anything
And
to
you weren't
do.
in exactly. You weren't in this.
Yeah, I was a kid.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I wasn't in
So it's
trying
fun.
to make
You
anything
eat some
happen.
big days
Right?
and eat some fried alligator. I'm fine. It's great. It's a good time.
Everything's good.
Grow up and you want to make some real money and make a
Yes.
legacy. You can make money here.
Yeah.
But their issue probably definitely is ownership, and especially in this area because
Right.
they're trying to build up and they're
Right.
pushing people.
Yeah.
They're gentrifying the area. So when we're in the middle of gentrifying and trying to get all the black people out,
Yeah.
no black lady, you can't come here and get wealth and have this
I don't even know if it's
amazing location.
the restructure of the area. I think people have been just so accustomed to saying no. They don't even try to say yes. But for me, in my job, I've only tried
Look
to
for
solve
solutions.
problems every single day. You know, my old boss just called me about something, you know, a couple weeks ago because that's how my mind. She's like, I need your insight,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
because my mind is just
Always
a
searching
way.
for a way to make things better.
Why not?
I'm the
Why
exact same
not?
way. I'm
It
the
makes
exact same
no
way.
sense to me.
I am thankful for one, as a mother and as your friend, to just that you kept going. You know what I mean? That this is a staple. We just don't see it. Nick and I talk about all the time how we drive down the street and we see, like, in our neighborhood, we have our street, and directly behind us is like mini mansions, pretty much right behind
Yes,
us.
right.
And all you see is construction companies and all those types of HVAC. And they own their businesses.
Yes.
And they look. We can walk in and look like we are much well put together.
Yes.
Than they are. They'll come in with dirty shirts, dirt on, and just get handed just all the money they want. And that's the reality.
Yeah.
You know, that's the reality. Like you said, we are solution oriented, so we know it's not going to change.
So I'm going to give you, though, what to do to skate around it for now until Hosh and I make our own bank.
Yes.
Because that's the goal.
Come on.
So for now, don't ask for a business loan. Ask for debt
Personal loan.
consolidation. No.
Oh, okay.
I need to pay down my debt. Tell them you planning a wedding. Tell them you are trying to go back to school.
Listen,
You tell
y'all.
them-
Listen, I need you to say this.
and I'm
in
not
this
even
camera. I
sure
need
if
to say
this is
here.
legal, but we
what you
gotta
gotta do.
what we have to do.
They're not going to say my reference was this interview. Do what you got to
They're
do. So they need to
not.
go to a bank and say they need to consolidate their loans, and they're planning a wedding, and that's like a life moment that they would help
And
fund.
they'll fund that. They'll give you $35,000 for a wedding today. But
So how does
wedding
that
got
work?
canceled.
So if they give you the funds, how does that work?
You go
when
spend it on your business.
So they don't care when you get the
it's
money,
fine.
where the
You
money
pay your
came from.
payment.
It's fine.
and you're done.
All right, we're gonna do that. Bam. So
That's it.
that's what we're gonna do. So
That's it.
I think that's super important.
But
'cause
until
it's
then,
so many
we
people.
all, and I've been calling on a lot of my real estate, investor friends and all that stuff, just to tithe. You know, if you can start with 1% of what you make every year and tithe that to, we can all just form an account and just take business plans from people and talk to people and nurture other people's businesses. That is the
community
only
capitalism
way.
is a definite way to start. I've seen several like the Moose Lodges. They have something like that, and I even know a family that does that. The family pay dues,
Yes.
and then if the family has if a baby is born or somebody
And
has
that's how
surgery,
my
they
family
pull
will be.
from that.
I'm trying to convince my last cousin for us to all live in one house and raise our children and
We
save
talk about
all
the
their money to put in the
same
pot.
thing.
So if the little cousin needs to start a business or needs to do-
Anything,
or
it's braces,
anything,
whatever. It's not somebody going into more debt. It's
Exactly.
there, and
It's
that's the
all
point
there.
of family, and that's where family was. Like you're saying, ancestors. Our ancestors did that. They had 12 kids, all in a 3-bedroom house. Nobody complained.
Right.
But that type of mentality, it's escapism, and we're all separate, and that's where we get into trouble.
And we feel like we're failing if we're not, 35 and on top of the world. And
35 married kids, got our forever career, our forever home.
And it's just not the case. You need support.
Yes.
We are human.
Yes.
And human contact and human love and support of each other.
Yes.
That is the only way
real
we'll
genuine
support. That's the only way we'll ever make it to the next level.
So maybe you can have like mixers for people who want to start businesses here.
And that's exactly what I wanted to mention to you. We're going to kick those off in January. Every the first Saturday of the month, we're going to talk about credit, entrepreneurship, bring different people businesses. If you do lashes, if you do film, if you do, just anything.
You don't know who you can meet.
Right, and then you can bring your kid with you. If you know your son draw, like my son loves to draw, so he thinks it's fun.
Yeah.
And he thinks, Mommy really loves that I draw, because I get him all the drawing kits and everything. But then I also take him to digital studios with real estate so he can see how to flip buildings and draw that. Because my architecture quotes were $25,000 for this restaurant.
For a quote?
For a quote, okay? For drawing. And drawing is amazing. So, because you don't even you just give the design and you're gone. So if construction happens and it don't really look right, you
got your money. You got $25,000.
$25,000
for a blueprint.
For a blueprint. So if your kid likes to draw, you better encourage the mess out of that.
Yeah, or graphic design.
And graphic design, people always shun the art so much, but it's a way that you can put
any trade.
Yeah, my youngest loves plants. Urban design is millions in urban design to make sure these trees are out
here. They know it.
They know it. It's millions in urban design. So I already have their jobs ready in Tina Vick Realty in 15 years.
Yes.
So that's just what we have to just see what our kids are.
Yes.
Every kid is not going to be a brainiac.
Pay attention. Yes. Pay attention.
But the thing that he can do. My mom, she always encouraged me. I've always been able to make people feel good. I've always known how to talk to people.
Yeah.
And she like, this girl gonna be trouble. But she still
nurtured it and
she nurtured it because just like I negotiated with her growing up, she knew that's what got me into making contract deals. Negotiations and making deals. This rent was supposed to be double the price. But I don't go for that.
Down,
You talk.
It was confident in it because your mom didn't push that out of you.
Right. Look, she never was. I said what I said. No, it was always a conversation in our household and our family.
Make it make sense.
Yeah. So that is the root of why I am like I am.
Yes, Tina.
Talk people out of everything.
Yes, Tina. So we have your boys, and you're doing things to help them, to nurture them, and to help them grow. But you're also helping girls out in a special way as well. What are you doing for them yearly?
6 years ago, my mom and I just sat down and talked about just all of the problems we received from women. I was in housing for, like I said, 13 years. My real estate career, I focused only on affordable housing. And women that would just call in the worst situations just because of how their life got away from them. Having way too many children that they couldn't afford, not getting properly educated, whether it was, not just college, but just life. Just
absolutely.
knowing what to do and knowing
they were
to
always
work.
reacting to the situation instead of being proactive to setting up their life.
So, and then my mom gets the worst.
I can imagine,
So we said we have to get to the girls and show them a different way of life before they even, because a lot of the situations when they call me, it's too far gone. So it's nothing that I can do at this point.
Give a phone number for a resource.
Right. So we started Girls Camp, which is an annual camp for about 100 girls ages 13 to 18. And we talk to them about self-esteem, healthy relationships, different careers. We bring, Master Chiefs in to talk with them, women that own insurance companies, women that are welders, and just so they can see.
Is the camp?
The camp is just a day camp, and then we follow them just through life. We've had most of our girls, become very successful, graduating school in these 6 years that never even thought about going or never even thought about working because they just didn't even see it. So
they're seeing their possibilities.
They're seeing their possibilities and potentials. And we bring a lot of young ladies so they can relate to somebody. Because my mom, that's why she wanted to pull me in and some of my network because they need to see us and see themselves in us. So that really helps.
How does, if anybody's listening and they want their daughter to be a part of it this year and next year, how do they go about that?
It's very simple. We have a Girls Camp Facebook page. You can also email my mom, which is tviccares@gmail.com, and just give your information with your daughter's age, and she'll send you the application.
Is there a fee?
No.
So it's free?
Free camp.
All day.
This year, I was so thankful that I was able to host their lunch. We normally get a restaurant to come and do the lunch for them.
Caters.
Right, JT Caters, absolutely. But last year I remember just talking to them about trying to get the restaurant open, and so it was a really full circle, just blessed moment to be able to give them the food, and they were so happy. And 2 of the young girls will be starting on Saturday as hosts. They're 17 and they wanted a part-time job, so we're gonna start them.
It's one thing to put up a quote and to I love it's 360. I love the 360 approach you have.
Yeah.
Like, this is me. You're going to hear me cussing. You're going to hear me laughing. You're going to see this positive stuff.
Yes.
You're going to see me be a mom. You're going to see me be older. I'm going to be real about it all. This is me. And I appreciate that, again, as a mom and as somebody who has struggled in the past and sometimes still with self-esteem or whatever, to have somebody that is successful but still being real. You're like, okay, like, she's like me. We have bad days. We regroup. We adjust and we keep moving towards the goal.
Exactly. And we get help if we need to.
Yes,
that's the biggest thing that I've realized here, that in real estate, you pretty much work on your own. So I have never been able to depend on anybody in any way. So I've always bet on myself, because I know if nobody's going to do it, I'm going to do it. But here, you just can't. So you have to really try to trust people and put the systems in place where you can empower them to even know what to do. Because that's where what I found, what my biggest failure was. When I started this, I expected everyone to operate at a level of excellence just because that is what I've always done.
And what your level of excellence is might not be with the person
there. And they might be doing the best that they can do. But if I put in the systems, hey, I want you to wipe the table like this, or if I want you to count bottles like this, I'm empowering them with the knowledge to do what's right and do better.
And then follow back up with them and encourage them and offer criticism and
offer them and see what their goal is too.
Yes, that's so
the
important.
Biggest part
if you
of being
have
a
people
boss.
underneath you, find out who they are and what they want to do with life.
They
and
might
help
not
them.
care about your napkins. They might just be here trying to get some extra money to go to school for psychology. I need to know that. Because I need to know, because if Bob in here walks in and he owns a medical practice, I need to be able to say, I love you and I appreciate the work you did, but you got to go over here because that's what your goal is.
That's dope.
Because I'll get another person to worry about these napkins.
You better come on. I feel like with that mentality, I can't see anything but success, and people care about people that care about them. And like they'll give you their all, and they'll come in and they'll help when people don't show up, and that's what matters. And that's what creates growth. That's what creates a family within the environment. That's so great. What events or what things are coming up? I know you have a brunch coming up soon.
I'm super excited. We have what we're calling Black Girl Brunch. It's going to be a good friend of mine, Sierra, reached out to me. She wanted to just tell her story and have women come together talking about everything that relates to us. The struggles, the ups and downs, and how you can really push yourself to live your best life. I always tell people there's no knight in shining armor. Just go to Lowe's, get the stuff, and build your castle your own self, and do the thing. And I really want this to be a successful event, and my level, what I equate as success is just anybody that's feeling down about anything or unsure or doubtful. I'm going to be speaking about pushing through fear, and because that's what hindered me most of my life is wanting to stay safe, and pushing through fear is what got me here, and what got every day I get to wake up with joy in my heart. Not every day. No,
what did you say? You said I am tired, broke, but free and happy.
Free and happy. Yes, that's it.
That's the dream.
That's
the dream is to be broke. Obviously, that's the listen. We go rising. But
the happiness, people
freedom,
are putting so much emphasis on vacations and money and Louboutins and Maseratis. Do you wake up with joy? Do you wake up for who? Who are these people
that don't care about them?
And I don't care about you.
Right.
I care about me and my family.
Yes.
And the happiness and the freedom I don't, my son forgot to tell me he was doing a track day, and I can leave and go take him.
Yeah.
And nobody, I don't ask anyone or anything like
feeling
that.
that awkward feeling of having to tell your boss or having to make up the hours because I was here. Yep.
Or any days that I might be down.
Yeah.
I can be down, and I have nobody to call and say I can't come in.
Yeah.
I can be down for the day, and I can acknowledge all of my emotions and go through it all and wake up the next day refreshed and ready to conquer.
And because you're like that, you won't have the other issues that put us in pit holes, which is why they don't want to give us free.
Yes.
Like if we are all happy and free.
I always encourage people just go. If you can just be off for a morning, go to Waterside one day at 11 in the morning and just watch. And it's infectious. The beers, the laughter,
the wine,
at 11 on a Tuesday.
The rooftop at the main. I don't know. Yes,
on a random Tuesday. That is the life.
Yes.
If I keep my same house that I have now, my same car that I have now, but the freedom of being wherever I want to be on a random day. And I want to be careful
because by all means, I'm right there with you. That's my, I want to be able to be free. I want to be able to enjoy my family. I want to be able to do all these things. I love food a lot, so I want to be able to eat out wherever I want or have a chef come. I want to do these things.
Yeah.
Some people's happiness is clocking in because they didn't see their father or their mother be able to do that. They always wanted to have a job, so they are good. If that's you and that's how you want, by all means, live your best life.
And because my goal is to have a company for you that you can be happy doing.
Same.
That is
exactly the same.
Everybody can't be free and the boss and all of that. You can't.
Or that could be their freedom.
That can be your freedom.
To be able to pay their bills on their own without having to borrow money or using
on the weekend,
any type of assistance.
Playing softball with that could be your freedom.
Because understand, owning a business is still stressful. There's still books. Stressful. There's still bills. There's still staffing. So that is a lot as well. It's not all.
Peaches
that's
and cream
why
all.
Right. But I feel like the balance is worth it. What you're getting.
And if you know that's what you want.
Exactly.
I've never been the type that likes to listen.
Okay.
So, a boss.
Yeah.
That's just it never been for me.
You're a boss that was able to let you
flourish.
Same.
And but that only can go so far. Because the next thing you know, they're going to be looking at you like, what do you mean? So you have to, I knew entrepreneurship was always me, I just knew it. And even with school, when my mom made me go that one dreadful semester, I majored in entrepreneurship. Yeah. But I told her I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
Please. Because she went, but we were poor my whole life. So in my mind, something didn't add up. So I don't want to get all this debt when I knew what my gift was early. I knew I could talk. I knew I had the work ethics of a maniac. So I knew I could go work and
make money.
And that's what I did. So she made me go, but I left and then I went to go make money.
Yes.
So that's just that.
Know who you are.
But I just really want to encourage as many women if you can on Sunday, November 17th. It'll be 12 to 3 at the Hampton Inn and Suites in Suffolk.
Okay.
I'm sorry, in Smithfield.
We'll put the flyer up.
Yes. If you can make it to that and hear some encouraging, we have so many women on the panels. There's going to be a panel discussion as well, just talking about financial freedom. A good friend of mine, Tina with Wells Fargo, is going to be speaking about conflict resolution tips, just things that can make us overall better humans.
Yes.
And that's
life
what
skills.
we need. And life skills, and just give us
even if
support.
You've been to these panel events before, I don't feel like it's a waste to go to more because you might get different perspectives. You might have forgot something that you learned at one, or networking. So I feel like if you feel like it's buzzwords that stand out to you, just go. Go try, go meet somebody, go pass out cards, go have unlimited mimosas.
And DJ Dirty Di is there.
Oh,
and she is
the girl.
And yes, I love her. Yeah. And she'll be spinning for us. And I am not sit behind a podium kind of talker. It's gonna be fun.
Interactive.
Yes,
I'm coming.
So
I will be there. For everybody who wants to come try the restaurant, how can they? Where is it?
We are JT's Bar and Grill at 3301 Washington Avenue in Newport News, Virginia. We call it Overtown. We are in the Liberty Shops. We have apartment units on top and businesses on the bottom. So I encourage you all to come out and see us. Monday is our Hero Day. So all teachers, social workers, police, first responders, founders. They can come, firefighters, and get 10% off. Tuesday, we have Taco Tuesday with $2 tacos and $3.50 margaritas. Wednesday is our open mic nights from 7 to 11. Thursday, we have game night. So if you're feeling lonely, come and play Uno with us. Come and play checkers, Connect Four, whatever you want. We're here. Our slogan here is where friends and food come together. And that was another driving force behind the restaurant, because we have so many people in this area that are transplants and they have no one. So if you can come here and get a warm meal and a smile, that's what we want.
Oh, that's so great. Follow them on social media as well. On Instagram, it's JT's Bar and Grill, and Facebook as well, right?
Yes.
Yes. And my last question, I ask all my guests, by any means necessary, what will you do either for your family, yourself, or the community?
Empower through wealth building, because that is the only way to true freedom.
That's right. And that's it. As always, peace, love, and light.